Alright, what's good everyone on YouTube? We are back at another episode of Fallout 3 Modded. Last episode we rescued several precocious teenagers from the clutches of super mutants and returned them safely to Big Town. Afterwards, we permanently gained a plus point of luck.
With easy living. Full of the capital wasteland, it is I, Three Dog, your ruler. Hear me and obey. Oh, sorry. That's that other
And we
radio
picked up
station.
these
Those monsters, they're gonna get me.
those what? What's the matter?
Those things. They keep coming. They scare me. Make it stop.
Looks like I've got a spot of good news for you, children. A big thank you goes out to the
Yeah, I'm okay, kids. I'm a big tough guy. I can take care of you.
You look stronger than all the other grown-ups. Can you protect me?
I like to help. I need to know more first.
Those big things. They're all over Grayditch.
So today, basically, we're gonna help this kid Brian Wilkes and take care of these ants. What happened here, though?
It used to be kind of nice. No one bothered us there.
And by help this kid, I mean exterminate all these giant super ants from the city of
I
Grayditch.
think I'm the last one left. Those things took everyone else.
Who else lived here?
Besides me and my papa, there was Doc Lesko, who stayed with us, and Will Brandis, and his mama and papa, too. I guess they're all gone now.
Yeesh, kid, you're the only survivor. Alright, let me ask you something else.
Alright.
I'll go... Tell me what those things stack in Grayditch.
Well, they're big, ugly things that crawl around on 6 legs. They got huge teeth and skitter around, grabbing everything in their path. My papa would always say they're fucking ants. Well, that's what he used to call them anyway. I just call them fire ants.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Any special way to hurt them?
My papa had a gun. He said it hurt those things. But he said they were the dumbest fucking ants he ever saw. He kept telling everyone to shoot for their antenna. Whatever that means.
Okay, so the weakness is the antenna. Had always been around.
Nah. Those things started coming around only in the last few months. At first, they just crawled around outside our
So,
but later,
for some
they
reason,
left
this
town.
brings to mind the ant
You know
agonizer.
the rest. Alright.
And makes me feel like
Will?
we
Really?
probably should have
Thanks a
beaten
whole
her.
lot. My house is the one closest
But then it's like,
to
oh hey,
town.
wouldn't it be cool if the ant agonizer was behind this?
Please.
Because it seems like something
Find
she
my
would
papa
do.
and make
But
him come
okay.
back.
Anything else you can do to help me save lives here?
You know, maybe this will help and maybe it won't. But Papa hid a bunch of stuff behind the old diner and a dumpster. He trusted me with the key and said it was for emergencies. But I bet he wouldn't mind you having it.
Is there anything I will search?
Well, there is the personal shelter next to the old diner. Papa always said to stay away from it.
It's so weird that at 100 speech, that has a 77% chance to succeed. This is an early game quest. Alright then. So yeah, as I said, I now have the Zhuang Long assault rifle, a unique variant of the Chinese assault rifle that's the best of its brand in the game. Now it's a Grayditch. So I'm gonna have to Preservation shelter. Also, the critical damage in this weapon is... Oh, look at this. Look at how far away I can snipe you with that. Or not.
Crazy person? It's kind of hard to breathe in this thing.
Maybe, but it's literally safer for you there. So I believe you said behind the diner, right? Yeah, he said behind the diner. Let's see, I think we need to find Brian's house specifically first. Let's go Shack. It's gonna help us. Wick's house. Oh. I'm sorry, kid. I know it feels like to lose a dad. Chinese assault rifle. Rounds. Cool. I'm sorry, kid. You shouldn't have lost your dad. Sorry, kid. I found your dad.
It's kind of hard to breathe in this thing. Come on, tell me already.
Bad news for you.
No. What happened?
Your father's dead. I'm sorry.
He's dead? I guess I already knew. Besides, I'm too tired to cry anymore.
I will stop whatever started this. I promise you.
You gotta stop it, so this can't happen to anyone else's family ever again. I wish I had...
I won't really say a lot of the side quests in Fallout 3 are interesting compared to stuff like New Vegas. Even some of the stuff in 4 is better, but... Alright.
Be careful, or those things might get you.
Shack. Key. This is a key here. No? Key. Behind the house. Yeah, they're pretty much the ordinary raider family, except they got destroyed by fire ants. Nothing really do here except take their ammo because...
Hello?
Unfortunately,
Capital
Dero Dad doesn't need it.
Wasteland. This is Three Dog. Ow! Coming to you loud and proud from Galaxy News Radio. Ah, yes, time for the news. A paladin walks among us, children. And no, this ain't one of our buddies from the Brotherhood. I'm talking about that knight in shining vault suit. Looks like I've got a spot of good news for you, children. A big thank you goes out to the mysterious traveler from Vault 101 for saving the little town of Canterbury Commons. From who, you ask? A couple of self-obsessed super psychos called the Antagonizer and the Mechanist. Hey, I couldn't make this shit up if I tried. Thanks for listening, children. This is Three Dog, ow! And you're listening to Galaxy News Radio. We're Radio Free Wasteland, and we're here for you. And now a super important public service announcement. Just a friendly reminder to all you would-be bigots out there, ghouls are people too. You see, children, ghouls are simply humans who've been exposed to an ungodly amount of radiation and haven't had the good fortune to die. Sure, they may look like hideous zombies from an old monster flick, but their hearts, their souls, their tears are all very much human. So please, if you meet one of the Capital Wasteland's mini ghouls, leave your prejudice at the door and your pistol in its holster. Ah yes, one important caveat, kiddies. Those feral ghouls that prefer the dark, dank underground, they are basically mindless zombies.
Okay, so this is a
shot.
shot.
Damn well, please. Now,
Why
some
not?
music.
I feel like I need that. Alright. Auto hack. Personal notes. Where I go wrong. Sample location. Dangers. Alright, investigate Marigold Metro Station. So now we have a new destination. I think Brian will be okay. Even if his AI isn't smart enough to reseal himself back inside the bunker. The simple fact of the matter is, he's a child character in Fallout 3. Nothing bad's gonna happen to him. Oh, well, that's what I get for just assuming I'm invincible. Well, alright then. I'm still going to the metro station, right? Yeah. Like, this is spooky and scary, and so sad. Was brave. Where's the help you there? Where's that? Where's that? Did I go? Nah. Oh. No. No. Just don't want to. Alright then. You know, I'll take back what I said about Antagonizer, because if she were in control of these fire ants, oh boy.
How about some easy living from everyone's favorite songstress, Billie Holiday?
Well, so much for that, because I'm running out of ammo for that one. If she were really in charge of these fire ants, something tells me that the mechanist would not have lasted very long. And everyone in Canterbury Commons would have had something even worse to complain about. I don't know what is up with the small gun stat, but for some reason I literally cannot get a bead. Literally cannot. There's just no way for me to get any idea what's going on. Like, thoughts. Oh boy. With thoughts, it's only accurate for these lungs. Automatic weapons are inaccurate, as I have no idea in VODs, it seems. They don't even work. Don't know what's up with that. Don't know why. Because that's the case, but it kind of cripples automatic weapons and VODs. What weapon someone's even using. Oh my god. Like, God. But, well, nothing I can do about it except keep on keeping on. Not this way. But yeah, shoot. It's a really silly thing, a silly stance to take, but we really think about it. I'm guessing the Fallout 3 Wanderer mod did that on purpose to diversify how one even uses the VOTS feature in this game. Not there. Entomologist would be pretty great to take right now, but sure. There's also another perk I was gonna look for. Quantum Rush.
That was Roy Brown with Butcher Pete. Hey, kiddies, this is Three Dog. Bow wow, your voice in the darkness. Or at least the radiation. Let me ask you something, children. You hungry for some 200-year-old Salisbury steak? Or you hungry for some news? I'm guessing news. Here you go. Okay. It seems the settlement of Grayditch has gone quiet. Residents haven't come out to trade with the caravanners, and attempts to make contact have been met with silence. So if you're out by Grayditch, you may want to pop in and see what's what. Until next time, this is Three Dog, ow! And you're listening to Galaxy News Radio, bringing you the truth, no matter how bad it hurts. And now a super important public service announcement. Remember, children, when the raiders come, there ain't no shame in locking your doors, barricading the windows, and cowering under the nearest bed. When these psychos come to
Jesus
play,
Christ.
they have one thing on their minds.
But they're also
making your
kind of
life as fucking
psycho.
miserable as humanly
But they're
possible.
also,
Raiders can't be bargained or reasoned with.
but they're also kind of
There ain't
terrible,
no use
man.
surrendering.
This'll
This'll just shoot you anyway.
Okay, well.
So run, hide, or fight if you've got the balls.
Oh, that's
and the guns.
hilarious.
But
Like,
for God's sake, don't go waving the white flag.
because I'm looking on fire, there's this cool little
Now,
coloration of
some
my
music.
PipBoy. On fire. But because I'm on fire, Characters were saying. What's that? What's that? Talk fire. I just hate it. Nobody's doing their thing. And yeah, we couldn't. It was an albatross. There was no one to answer it. So what we do, let's go there. There. Huh.
Well, you startled me.
Oh, you're that Dr.
Mustn't
Lesko.
remember
Okay.
people like that.
I didn't have to bump into anyone alive down here.
That is precisely why this is the ideal place for my work. Do you realize you're trampling about in a delicately balanced and highly sensitive experimentation area?
Experiments? What do you mean?
My experiments are of a complex nature and would take a scientist to explain. Oh wait, I'm a scientist. How marvelous. My foray into reducing the girth of these insectoid creatures is of utmost importance. I intend to generationally reduce their immense stature by way of a pre-birth induced mutagen. Isn't that clever?
Oh, I see. You're trying to make them smaller over time by injecting the eggs.
My word, you understand perfectly. How marvelous.
So, what's gone wrong, fellow scientist?
Well, I'm afraid I made slight miscalculations in the mutagen. Instead of lowering their size, the brood hatched with a new biomechanism. I call their genetic aberration pyrosis, the ability to emit flame from their bodies. I may be able to correct this error, but I can't get near my equipment.
I'm shocked you didn't attempt this in a controlled environment first.
Your knowledge of experimental procedure surprises me. Indeed, I have skipped a step and directly modified an entire brood. Perhaps I was too hasty. I was so certain it would work. To correct this mistake, I'll need to get to my terminal to modify the mutagen.
What can I do to help?
Since you've offered, allow me to elaborate. My portable terminal is set up in the hatchery chamber near the Ant Queen. If I can reach it, I can continue to work on improving the mutagen.
If the Queen's concerned, why not deal with it directly?
If she were harmed in any way, months of data would be lost. Your objective would be to eliminate what I call her quintet of nest guardians. Filthy little abominations.
This will stop the fire ants.
No, it should all wrap up rather nicely. I've rigged my equipment at my portable terminal to emit what I call an inhibitor pulse. Once I send this pulse, all of the remaining ants will lose their empathic link with the Queen and frenzy, destroying each other in the process. So, that's all there is to it. What do you say?
If it'll stop the ants from burn. Now, Grayditch, I'm in.
You will? How marvelous!
And so it's really up to
Be
you.
careful, my friend. The nest guardians can be quite tenacious.
Alright. Alright, well, let's give up these fire ants.
Well, the mutagen has enhanced their fortitude and
That's
provided
okay.
them with what I call
But not
pyrosis, the ability to emit
Yeah.
They're quite radiation-free, however.
Alright. And an entomologist speech check. That's actually pretty cool. I think that's the Wanderer mod, though. I'm not sure if this is actually in the video game. Ants exhibit class system here, so I'll try and kill the Queen first. Alright.
Must I again remind you that the Queen is to remain completely unharmed? If she's hurt or killed, there's no telling how long it would take me to find a suitable new... Just let me issue the inhibitor.
Alright, sorry. Well, I think such will hurt the ants.
I'm afraid they are not susceptible to anything I can think of that wouldn't harm the garden variety giant ant. Just aim for their antennae if you can. It will confuse them quite a bit.
Alright, sure. How did you go from changing their size to breathing fire, specifically, though?
Playing with genetic codes isn't simple. Do you realize
Yeah,
that one tiny tweak at any point in the last million years could have completely changed us? Going from attempting to change their size to generating their pyrosis ability is no surprise at all.
Alright.
Yeah.
So we're pretty much done here.
Be ever vigilant. Those from the genus Solenopsis are...
So, from one scientist to another, I can understand why he had his desire to preserve the rare version of his species. I can understand that. Like, our character in character understands our father's desire to restart Project Purity for the good of the capital wasteland. So, as a scientist, I'm not going to try to argue against the perseverance of keeping the Ant Queen. I'm not going to try to argue against it. Oh, hold on a second. Wait here, because I don't want my sergeant to get any ideas. We are only going to kill the worker ants. Alright. That's one. Some fire ant nectar. Why not? Next one's gotta come from around the corner at this point. It's two. That should be 4.
That was Billie Holiday with Crazy Calls Me.
Oh,
Hey,
5.
everybody.
Okay.
This is 3 Dogs.
I forgot there were 5
your friendly
already.
neighborhood disc jockey. What's a disc? Hell if I know, but I'm gonna keep talking anyway.
You're listening to the adventures of me, Herbert Daring Dashwood, and my stalwart ghoul manservant Argyle.
Now, the Adventures of Herbert Dashwood I
Today's
really
episode,
like,
Super
because these types of
Mutant Mayhem.
50s serials are always really fun to listen to. It reminds me of the Silver Shroud stuff we heard in Fallout 4.
That'll teach those slaver slime bags to follow us.
All right, then.
Looks like that's the last of them, boss. RL3 is ready for another.
Let's get going.
Yes. So, Miss Chase, how did you come to be held up
Your
in
condition?
Paradise Falls?
My friends call me Penelope, and let's just say those slavers don't take too kindly to people disrupting their caravans. And by disrupt, I mean blow up.
Ha! Now that's what this wasteland needs. More women with spunk and explosives. So tell me, Penelope,
More women
what's
with
the next stop on-
explosives indeed.
Stupid human! Shut up now!
Okay, we got it.
come with us now! Super mutant!
Hello, fellow scientists. I did it.
I've detected some changes within the Queen's hatchery with my equipment. What's transpired?
My work is done.
Oh, how marvelous. Please, tell me what happened.
I've killed all the Nesgarians.
Then I will proceed to my portable terminal at once and make the necessary changes to the formula. Thanks very much for everything. You've been quite a useful lab assistant.
So, what we do now, Doctor?
Well, I will continue my research. There has to be a way to reduce these creatures to their former size. Until then, I will be staying in my shack next to the Wilkes' home should you ever wish to visit me.
What about Brian?
You should take him away from this place. Find him a home.
Right, it's safer if you have this abandoned city to yourself to experiment in.
About and asking an interminable amount of questions.
Or the beautiful Miss Chase with those ancient exploits?
Can't you take responsibility for his father's death, though?
All scientists take responsibility for their failures because it comes with the territory.
Very true, says
will
I,
take
a
this
scientist.
experimentation to completion without roosting on the moral high ground.
Save those questions.
If I allow emotions to enter the mix, all this time and energy spent will have been for nothing.
And tune in next time for another exciting adventure of me, Herbert Daring
Alright, let's do something else.
and my
Yes?
stalwart ghoul manservant.
I have to go now.
Finally, a chance to recant my mistake. How marvelous. Yes, what did you need?
Hold on a second.
Dude, yeah. Perception, perception, perception.
Okay.
Much to do.
But yeah, not bad. No. Nah. Let's go. Skip stuff. But I don't know. But not Rosie. People don't do that. That's stupid. Idealism is about looking the best out of reality. That's weird. He couldn't try to get him off the idealism. But yeah, he actually should have kept winning. It's like, but yeah, I'm not like, I'm not weirded out by it, I'm not mad at it, I don't hate anyone, He was very disturbing about it, he was very weird about it, but it was very fun about it. Yeah, he doesn't have a problem with it, he's just like, wow, what a character there. So what I'm doing was, I don't think he's silly, I think he was really insightful in the opposite that he was, they felt the armor was a little, I wasn't a fan of how the armor was. Alright. Sorry, I was rambling and mumbling. I just don't really have anything else. Anywhere else to go here? I really just don't have anywhere else to go. So I'm trying to find my way out now. Oh my god. Huh? Halt.
It's me, your president.
Okay.
John Hank. Gotcha.
Right.
Three Dog here. How's everyone doing?
Falls Church, an exit point.
You're listening to the adventures of me, Herbert Daring Dashwood, and my stalwart ghoul manservant, Argyle. Today's episode, In the Black Widow's Web. Well, those super mutants are persistent, if nothing else. A word of advice, keep running.
In those hills up there. Isn't that where the hidden village of Rockopolis is located? If only we knew where it was.
Turns out you're in good company, Miss Chase. Argyle and I are old friends of Rockopolis. Know the secret knock and everything.
Boss, that's privileged information. You can't just...
Now, old chum. Miss Chase is hardly going to violate the secrets of Rockopolis. Isn't that right, Miss Chase?
Yeah, sorry about that. It's
Besides,
just
necessity
didn't have anything
calls.
else to.
So you do know where it is. Well, come on then. Those super mutants can't be far behind.
Just over here, this large boulder. And now, the secret knock.
Are you here, Doctor?
And voila!
Now that's what I call a getaway, Daring.
Alright,
So tell
whatever.
me, you take all your
Okay.
programs here?
Oh no, Miss Chase. I can assure you this will be our
Yeah, we're done.
special place.
We're done here, Brian.
So weird. All of a sudden, the ants went nuts and started fighting each other. It was like they were totally crazy. It was really scary, but kind of cool at the same time. You know,
I mean, giant insects fighting to death would be pretty cool. I'm just glad you're safe.
I wish I had something to give you for all the work you did, but I never really had much to start with. I guess now you'll be on your way. Have to try
No,
to-
you, Brian. I like you, Brian, but I think you're sweet. I can't leave alone. Find a place to live, man.
Really?
Seriously, you're an orphaned kid now.
Oh boy, thank you so much. I'll
Oh,
wait in my old house for you to come back.
why do that?
I need to burn
What?
my
It's
popcorn.
hilarious.
Just don't forget
God
about me.
dang. Where can I look for someone to take care of you?
Well, Papa always told me about my cousin Vera. She lives in some big giant ship somewhere or something.
That sounds like Rivet City.
Called the place Rivet City, but I don't know where it is.
Oh, I have to go now.
You're pretty swell for a grown-up.
Music. It's Billie Holiday with Crazy, he calls me. NR, 3 Dog. All you need to know. Lots of stuff going down in post-apocalyptia these days. Here's some of the latest news. A paladin walks among us, children. And no, this ain't one of our buddies from the Brotherhood. I'm talking about that knight in shining vault suit.
Down the stairwell.
Grab your hankies, children, because I've got a heartwarming tale to tell. It's about a little boy's search for his daddy. Mwah. It's about love, abandonment, and, now this is the good part, reunion. You see, the kid from Vault 101 has been looking for his dad, a very nice man named James, who left his son behind in the vault when he took off. What kind of dad leaves his kid in an underground bunker? Children, I just don't know. It ain't for 3 Dog to judge, and you shouldn't either. But none of that matters now. Father and son were spotted walking and talking together out there in the wastes. Here's hoping they can hold on to each other this time around. Until next time, this is 3 Dog, ow! And you're listening to Galaxy News Radio, bringing you the truth, no matter how bad it hurts. Now, some music.
You don't look so tough.
Here we go. Vera Weatherly.
The Weatherly Hotel. I'm your hostess, Vera Weatherly.
Have you ever interesting gossip?
Well, I really shouldn't tell you, but have you heard about Polly Cantelli? He's
I know I have a bit other business, but I can't pass up the speech check. It's a free experience. Any fun rumors flying around Rivet City?
You haven't heard? Angela has the hots for Diego. But since he's a priest, he's been putting her off. One of these days, she's just going to jump his bones.
Well, that sounds not fun. So anyway, your nephew Brian lost his folks, needs a place to live.
Poor dear. I know what it's like to be alone. I'd love to take him in. Don't worry. I have the means to keep him fed and healthy, but most importantly, safe.
That's great. Brian will love his new home. I'll send him along shortly.
Oh, that's wonderful. If you ever wander
You
back
could probably
to
even get a room here at the
why don't
hotel.
you check up on us? You're always welcome.
Huh? Alright. Well, we're done.
Welcome back, sir.
More
They
rumors?
say Mr. Lopez is losing it. He stands on the top of the bridge tower for hours at a time, just staring out over the city.
So yeah, we have to come here in order to... We have to come here in order to find a new place for Brian to call home. Because Brian... Now I have to report back to him. Back to the stairwell. And out to Rivet City. Another day. Another good deed for us. Oh, please don't tell me you went back to your horribly empty house, Brian. Oh god, he had to clean up the place. That's depressing.
I hope you found me a place to live.
Yeah. Vera said she'd take you into Rivet
You
City.
found her? Oh, thank you so much. I can't believe everything you've done for me. Most people would have kept on walking when I ran up to them screaming like I did. I'll get my stuff together and move on out there right away. Come visit me sometime.
I will. And that's going to be the end of this episode. We completed those. Don't have anywhere else to go. Are you back home? You are.
Your arrival is most unexpected, but not entirely unwelcome.
Alright. What are you doing now with your experiments?
Well, I'm uncertain. This does deal quite a blow to my research. First, however, I must stay here and devote all of my resources to finding the proper mutagen formula.
Was fire and nectar doing any good? Why fire instead than Mr.
I'm
Tunnels?
afraid that's my fault. The last mutagen sample was given to the Ant Queen's entire brood. The brood consists of hundreds of larvae. I'm afraid.
So we'll
that
still
after the
find them
hatch,
as
some
wild
escaped
encounters
through
in the
nooks and
tunnels.
crannies in
Okay.
The fire ants you are seeing now.
Was fire and nectar doing any good?
Why, I would be more than happy. If you can gather more from me, I would certainly.
I have some.
Excellent.
And for turning fire and nectar, get bottle caps.
Your arrival is most
Alright. Well, that sucks. I don't get my perk, but whatever. Anyway, this is going to be the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.